Hi there, it's Pamela here in the yurt in Kilmead. Thanks for joining me, and thanks also to your school for inviting me to make a couple of videos for you for your Wellbeing month of May. So, what I will be covering with you in a couple of short videos are some tools and practices that will help you to take care of your well-being overall. So when we talk of well-being, of course, we mean physically well from the inside out, but also our emotional and our psychological, mental well-being. So in the practices that I will cover, they mostly come from my yoga background. I teach yoga to children and teenagers and adults here in the yurt. And my experience would be in both the asana, which are the movements, but also in pranayama, which is breath work, and also in mindfulness and meditation. So we'll do some very basic practices of each of those areas, starting this evening with a little breathing exercise. I think with everything that's going on at the moment, there's probably a higher level of anxiety in our communities, and understandably so. There's a little bit of fear and anxiety around the virus, and also how our lifestyles have changed, how our interaction with other people has changed, the things that we're restricted to do, and all of that. All these things come together to affect your mood. Not to mention that we're locked in our homes, maybe with our brothers and sisters, mums and dads, aunties, uncles, whatever, and that can be tricky, being stuck in the same space as other people with those restrictions in place. So without a doubt, some of you will be feeling a little more stressed than normal, a little bit tense, a little bit anxious, fearful maybe. Some of you will just be feeling so fed up and just want the end of this. So it's understandable. We're all in the same boat, believe me. So I'm going to do this breath with you tonight, which it's called a calming breath, and I find this really useful. I know some people think that how can breathing really make you feel better? Believe me, it can, and it'll be worth your while just to try this. It's very simple, but your breath is hugely important to your mood. When you think about it, your breath changes depending on your mood. So, for example, if you're feeling really angry, you'll notice your breath changes to a very shallow, short breath, like, yeah. Or if you are feeling really calm, or you're watching TV, or you're asleep, your breath is very deep and very slow. If you're feeling nervous, your breath is shallow. So your breath changes depending on your mood. So why not change our breath to alter our mood? So in other words, if you're feeling a little anxious, a little tense, change the way you're breathing, and it has a really astounding effect. So try that this evening. We're going to start with what's called a calming breath. That means we're going to inhale for a count of 4, and we're going to exhale for a count of 8. Now, without going into too much detail, when you breathe in, scientifically and biologically, your brain is stimulating what's called the sympathetic nervous system, which is kind of your stress response, your call to alertness. When you breathe in, it's you're getting ready for something. And when you breathe out, you are exhaling and stimulating the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the sort of calming response, the part of your brain that tells the stress response that, look, it's all right, everything's under control, I've got this. So if we double the length of the exhale, it's actually sending a message to your brain through your nervous system that everything is okay. So it's sending more calm signals than stress signals. You probably understand this from when you say if you're relieved about something, we tend to go, it's a relief. So it sends calming signals to our brains. Anyway, enough talk. Try it, and by trying it, you'll see what I mean. So sit somewhere comfortable. Make sure that you're not going to be disturbed, okay? So if possible, go to your own room, or even into the bathroom, the garden shed, wherever. Somewhere where you won't be disturbed. You can sit on a bed, on a chair, or sit on the floor like this if you like. Rest your hands on your lap. Let your shoulders just fall away from your ears. So adjust yourself until you feel comfortable. It's very important that your back is straight because you want to be able to breathe fully into this whole area, up into your upper body. So shoulders resting down, hands resting on your knees or on your thighs. And then just let your chin fall down a little bit. So you don't want your head up in the air like this. So just let it fall naturally. Head nice and balanced and neck nice and long. And let's take just 1 or 2 minutes of quiet stillness with your eyes softly closed. So as you softly close your eyes, you'll notice that the rest of your face tends to follow. So your eyebrows soften down. Imagine any tension in your forehead just kind of slipping away. Unclench your teeth if they are clenched. Notice your jaw becoming a little looser. And just let your tongue rest in behind your front teeth. And before we start the calming breath, let's just breathe normally. Just notice how you're breathing. So let your lips be softly closed and just breathing through your nose. Do you notice if your breath is fast or is it slow? Is your breath shallow or deep? So are you breathing just into your throat or into your chest? Or are you breathing all the way down to your belly? Just noticing. Do you notice what parts of your body are involved in breathing? So with everything else really still, hands and feet and head, shoulders, continue observing your breath, but just notice if you feel it in your ribs or in your back, in your throat, in your belly. What parts of your body are involved in your breathing? Notice the air coming in and the air flowing out just as much as your body needs. So you're really not trying to do anything different here, just letting your body breathe for itself. Okay, and now you can open your eyes. So with just that slight observation of breath, you may already feel a little quieter in your head. So now we'll move to the actual breathing practice, the calming breath. So we'll only be using our noses. Keep your mouth closed. We're going to be breathing in as I count to 4. So that's quite long. So you'll want to be able to visualize the breath coming all the way down deep, right down to your belly button. So it's not a normal breath. Normally we kind of breathe up here, but this time we're going to take it all the way down to your belly button. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So it'll come into your belly, into your chest, and right up until you're completely full. And then we're going to be breathing out for 8. So it's quite long. So it's a very controlled, slow breath out through your nose, very, very slowly, and for 8. Okay? So it might take you a little while to get used to it. Don't worry, because you can play this video back over and over again for this little slice to practice the calming breath. So here we go. Resting the shoulders down, hands still. And again, your eyes are closed. The chin is slightly tilted down. Mouth and face are soft. Lips are sealed. We begin the inhale through the nose. Here we go. Breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4. And breathing out 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing in again 1, 2, 3, 4. And releasing 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4. Releasing 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing in again 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue on your own, breathing in for 4 and breathing out for 8. Then take a breath in and relax. Okay, so you may have found during that your mind was wandering off into thoughts, probably thinking, oh, I feel a bit weird doing this. Am I doing it right? This is a bit silly. It doesn't matter. Your first time to do it will feel a little bit strange, or maybe you stuck with it the whole way. But I promise you, if you try this on your own and you count in your head in for 4, out for 8, that it will make a difference. It will make a difference instantly to how busy your mind is. So in other words, it'll just quieten down the noise in your head. It'll quieten down and ease the stress in your body. And it will just bring a sense of calm and peace to you. So do a little bit of breathing every day, as if it was the most important thing in your life, because it is. And this particular breath can change your mood very, very quickly and make you feel a little bit lighter, calmer, and more peaceful. So I hope that helped. Share it with your friends and family, and I'll see you again really soon. Namaste.